All right, our aim today is how do we multiply expressions with exponents? So an exponent is going to tell me how many times my base is going to be multiplied by itself. So if I look at the right, my base is 2 and my exponent is 3. That means that 2 is going to be multiplied by itself 3 times. So when we convert that into math, we call that expanded form. So let's try and expand 2 to the third. So my base of 2 is multiplied by itself 3 times. So I'll have 2 times 2 times 2, and that's my expanded form. What happens if I try to multiply things like this? We can use expanded form to figure that out. So let's try to multiply these expressions. I have x to the 6th, and I have x to the 2nd. Well, I know if I expand out x to the 6th, I get x times x times x, 4, 5, and 6. I need to multiply this by 2 x's, x times x. Well, now how many total x's do I have multiplied together? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 from my first expression, plus 7 and 8 from my second expression. So I can add up my total from the first and total from the second, and I'll end up with x to the 8th power. So I'm adding up both of my exponents. So we can make a rule and the rule is that when I'm multiplying two expressions, and they have the same base, so that means they both have x, they both have y, they both have 2. All I have to do is add up my exponents. So if I'm multiplying with exponents, what I'm actually doing is adding. So let's look at it in our example. What I want to do is multiply 2x to the 10th and 3x. So this one looks a little bit different because I get these coefficients. Let's worry about our coefficients at the end. So if I just had x to the 10th times x, this is to the first power, I know I can add up this 10 and this 1. So I get x to the 11th. Now what happens if I multiply 2 times 3? 2 times 3 I know is 6. So I can combine both of those together. 2x to the 10th and 3x to the first is equal to 2 times 3 times x to the 10th times x to the first. All together, this gives me 6x to the 11th. And that's my final answer.